If you're over 60 and you've ever felt your balance getting a little shaky, your back feeling a little stiffer, or your ability to move confidently starting to fade, then stop scrolling and stay with me, because what I'm about to share may be the most important thing you hear today. Most people think aging is what makes them weak. Most people think turning 60 or 70 automatically means losing strength, losing mobility, losing independence, and losing the ability to move without fear. But that is absolutely not true. What truly steals your strength is something far more fixable, something most people don't even realize is happening until it's too late. And it starts right in the center of your body, your core. Today I'm going to show you 3 core exercises that you will absolutely regret ignoring, especially if you're over 60, because these aren't just about tightening your stomach muscles or getting a flatter belly. These are the exercises that protect your spine, stabilize your entire body, keep you walking confidently, prevent falls, reduce back pain, and literally help you stay independent for the rest of your life. And before you think, oh no, core exercises are too hard, let me stop you right there. These aren't sit-ups, they're not crunches, and they're not anything that puts pressure on your neck or lower back. These are simple, joint-friendly, slow, controlled exercises you can do right at home. And the results? They're shocking. If you give me the next few minutes, I'll walk you through each movement, why it matters, how it transforms your body, and how quickly you'll feel the difference. So don't click away. This could be the turning point your body has been waiting for. Let me start by saying something important. Your core is not just your abs. It's your deep stabilizing muscles, your transverse abdominis, your obliques, your lower back muscles, and your pelvic floor. These muscles are your body's foundation. Think of your core like the roots of a tree. If the roots weaken, the branches sway, crack, or fall. If your core weakens, your balance suffers, your joints compensate, your back hurts, your hips ache, and simple everyday movements become harder than they should be. The problem is, most people ignore these muscles until they already start losing strength. And by the time they panic, they usually try the wrong exercises and end up making things worse. But not today. Today you're going to learn the right way to rebuild your core, safely, gently, and effectively. And you won't just feel stronger, you'll feel more stable, more upright, more supported, and more confident in every movement you make. So let's get into the first exercise you absolutely should not ignore. But before I teach you how to do it, I want you to understand why it's so important. Every time you stand, sit, walk, climb stairs, lift groceries, or get out of bed, your deep core muscles stabilize your spine. When these muscles weaken, which naturally happens over time if we don't train them, your body starts relying on your lower back instead. That's when stiffness creeps in. That's when you start noticing aches you didn't have before. That's when your posture starts rounding, your balance becomes unsteady, and your risk of falling increases. But the moment you reactivate and strengthen your deep core, your body starts correcting these issues automatically. Your posture improves without you even thinking about it. Your back feels lighter. Your hips loosen up. Your confidence while walking increases. And you start to feel like your younger self again. Strong, stable, and capable. Now, the first exercise I want you to learn is something incredibly simple but unbelievably powerful. It's called the dead bug. Now, don't worry about the name, it has nothing to do with bugs. This is one of the safest and most effective core exercises backed by physical therapists because it strengthens your entire core without straining your spine. The beauty of the dead bug is how gentle yet effective it is. You lie on your back, your knees come up, your arms go up, and from there you move slowly, deliberately, with control. The key is the slowness. The slower you move, the more your deep core muscles activate. You're not pulling on your neck, you're not crunching, and you're not twisting in a way that hurts your back. You're simply training your core to do what it's meant to do, stabilize. And this exercise does something else too. It reconnects your mind to your core. Because as we get older, we don't just lose strength, we lose muscle awareness. Our brain literally stops activating certain muscles efficiently. But when you do slow, mindful movements like the dead bug, those neural pathways start firing again. You start waking up muscles that have been sleeping for years. Imagine for a moment lying on your back, moving slowly, breathing, and feeling your core engage gently. No strain. No pain. just strength building from the inside out. That's what the dead bug does. And when people over 60 begin practicing it consistently, the feedback is incredible. They feel more supported. They stand taller. They walk more confidently. And one of the biggest things people report is less lower back pain. Because a supported spine is a pain-free spine. Now let's move to the second exercise you'll regret ignoring, and this one might surprise you. It's the side plank, but don't panic, I promise I'm not going to ask you to hold a full plank on the floor. Side planks can be modified in so many gentle ways, and even the easiest version can completely transform your midsection. Here's why. Most people have a weak set of muscles on the sides of their core called the obliques. These muscles are essential for balance, stability, and preventing falls. When these muscles weaken, as they often do with age, your body becomes unstable side to side. That's why so many people notice they wobble when they walk, or they lose control when stepping off a curb, or they feel unsteady while reaching for something. A strong side core fixes that. And a side plank is the single best way to strengthen those muscles without equipment. What's wonderful about side planks is that you don't even need to lift your hips high. You can start by lying on your side with your knees bent and lifting only slightly off the floor. Even holding for 5 to 8 seconds at a time is enough to start building stability. And here's something most people don't know. Your obliques connect to both your hips and your lower back. Strengthening them improves the stability of your entire midsection. That means fewer falls, better walking mechanics, improved posture, and even easier breathing because your diaphragm sits right above your core. If the dead bug strengthens the front and deep muscles of your core, the side plank strengthens the sides. Together, they create a wraparound support system for your midsection. Picture your core like a barrel. You need strength in the front, in the sides, in the back, and deep inside. These first two exercises already cover most of that. And the best part? They both require no equipment, no jumping, no fast movements, and almost no space. Just your body and your breath. But now we get to the third exercise, and this one is the real game changer. This exercise works the deep core, the glutes, the hips, and the lower back all at once. It's gentle, it's smooth, and it instantly improves your posture. It's the glute bridge. If you're over 60, this exercise is absolutely essential. Not optional, essential. Because as we get older, our glutes, the strongest muscles in our body, tend to weaken faster than almost any other muscle group. And when your glutes weaken, everything else starts collapsing. Your back works harder than it should. Your hips become unstable. Your walking stride shortens. Your knees get overloaded. Even your balance suffers because strong glutes stabilize your pelvis. The glute bridge fixes all of that. And the beauty is that it's so gentle and so accessible that almost anyone can do it. You lie on your back, feet on the floor, lift your hips just a few inches and squeeze. That's it. No strain, no equipment, no stress. Just a smooth lifting motion that activates the muscles that keep you upright and stable. Now, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you've been doing these 3 exercises for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Not long. You've been spending maybe 6 to 8 minutes a day. And then one morning, you get out of bed and notice something. You feel more supported. Your back feels lighter. Your balance feels better. You're standing taller. You're moving easier. You feel more connected to your body. These small improvements build fast. And when your core is strong, everything else, your spine, your joints, your posture, even your breathing, improves along with it. Let me tell you something that many people don't realize. Age doesn't weaken your body as much as inactivity does. A 60-year-old who trains their core consistently can move better, feel stronger, and maintain balance far better than a 40-year-old who doesn't. Strength is not about age. It's about activation. And these 3 exercises are the foundation of activating and protecting your body for decades to come. So if you've been dealing with back pain, stiff hips, poor balance, or a loss of confidence while walking, start here. Start with these 3 movements and watch how quickly your body responds. Because your body wants to be strong. It wants to support you. It wants to move with ease. You just have to give it the right signals. Let's go a little deeper and talk about how each of these exercises translates into real-life improvements. When you strengthen your deep core with the dead bug, You're teaching your body how to stabilize every time you move an arm or a leg. That might sound simple, but think about your daily life. Every time you reach for something on a shelf, every time you take a step, and every time you twist to pick something up, your core is working. And if it's not strong enough, your back is forced to compensate. That's why so many people feel that constant, nagging ache in their lower back. It's not age. It's compensation. A strong, deep core stops that instantly. Now think about the side plank. When you strengthen your obliques, your body becomes much more stable in side-to-side movements. That means fewer slips, fewer sudden balance losses, and fewer scary moments where you feel like you might fall. That alone is priceless because falls are one of the biggest risks as we get older. But when your obliques are strong, your balance is naturally improved. No wobbling. No fear. Just stability. And finally, the glute bridge. This one affects your everyday life more than you realize. Strong glutes mean stronger walking, stronger climbing stairs, and stronger getting up and down from chairs. It improves your pelvic alignment, which means less pressure on your spine and hips. It supports your posture so you can stand longer and move more confidently. And here's something important. Strong glutes reduce your risk of hip fractures because they protect your pelvis and improve bone loading through better movement patterns. When you look at all three exercises together, what you're really building is not just a stronger core, it's a stronger, more stable, more capable body. Now I want to speak directly to those of you who may have avoided core exercises because you think they're too hard or too intense. The truth is, intensity doesn't matter. Consistency does. You don't need to sweat buckets. You don't need to do hard planks. You don't need to twist, crunch, or strain. You just need to show up and move slowly, consistently, and with intention. Some of the strongest people I've trained didn't get strong from doing big heavy lifts. They got strong from doing small movements consistently. Because small movements done correctly create deep strength. And deep strength is what keeps you mobile and independent. So here's what I want you to do. After this video, try each exercise just once. Just one round. See how it feels. You might be surprised by how gentle they are. You might also be surprised by how quickly your core activates. And if something feels too hard, modify it. If something feels too easy, slow it down. The beauty of these exercises is that you can adapt them to your level, whatever that level is today. And let me be clear, you are not too old to rebuild your body. You are not too old to get stronger. You are not too old to improve your balance, your posture, your stability, or your confidence. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body can still grow stronger. Age is not a stop sign. It is simply a number. What matters is what you do with the body you have today. Now imagine yourself 3 months from now. Imagine walking with a steadier, firmer stride. Imagine bending down to tie your shoes without discomfort. Imagine getting out of a chair with ease. Imagine keeping up with your grandchildren or enjoying long walks without fatigue. Imagine waking up without that stiffness in your back or that tightness in your hips. This is what a strong core gives you. And the best part is it doesn't take long. Your core responds quickly. Within a week, you'll feel a difference. Within a month, you'll notice real changes. Within 3 months, you'll feel like a completely different person, stronger, more stable, more energized, and more confident. There's something empowering about strengthening your core. It gives you this sense of control over your body again. And when you feel strong at your center, everything else becomes easier. Even everyday tasks feel lighter. You walk taller. You breathe deeper. You move with more power. This is why ignoring core exercises after 60 is such a mistake. Because your core supports everything else. And once you start taking care of it, your entire life feels easier. So don't be one of the people who waits for a fall or an injury to wake up. Be proactive. Your body deserves better. You deserve better. I want to remind you of something. Your body is incredibly adaptable. Even if you haven't exercised in years, even if you feel stiff or weak or unsure, your body can change. These exercises are designed for you, for real people with real bodies, not athletes, not gym goers, not fitness models. These movements are for the everyday person who wants to stay strong, stable, and independent. And if that's you, then today is the perfect day to begin. Before we wrap up, let me share something I hear all the time from people over 60 who start doing these exercises. They often say, "I didn't realize how weak my core was until I started strengthening it." And that's because core weakness creeps in slowly. One day you feel great. Then months later, you start feeling stiff or unsteady. Then a year passes, and suddenly you're noticing you can't do certain things as easily. It doesn't happen overnight, but the solution also doesn't take long. The moment you start strengthening your core, your body responds fast. The body loves activation. It thrives on movement. It wants to support you. And it will as soon as you give it the chance. So here's your invitation. Take just a few minutes today and try these 3 core exercises. Feel how your body responds. Feel how your muscles activate. Feel how your breath controls your movement. Slow, steady, gentle, and controlled. This is the kind of training that builds longevity. This is the kind of training that keeps you independent. This is the kind of training that gives you confidence in every step you take. You're not doing this to look younger. You're doing this to live younger. To move younger. To feel younger. To stay active, capable, and strong. Because you absolutely can. You just need to start. And these 3 exercises are the perfect place to begin. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe and stay connected, because this channel is dedicated to helping you move better, feel stronger, and live healthier at every age. You deserve a body that supports you. A body that feels good. A body you can rely on. And it starts with your core. Try the exercises, stay consistent, and I promise you, your future self will thank you. You've got this. Let's keep getting stronger together.